does it mean to you to see your granddaughter signing autographs here?
It means the world to me. That's why I want to stand in line and get an autograph. First one going to university. Baseball got it here, but I want a season's education.
They're always pushing me to be my best and strive to be greater than anyone in my family. Them and their support definitely helps me. Just knowing that I'm not representing just myself, but them and my community is huge.
Welcome to the Latino Excellence Podcast with Mya Perez, the slugger, sophomore slugger for Texas A&M. Mya, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
In the Latino Excellence Podcast, we celebrate Latino excellence, whether in politics, sports, or wherever Latino excellence can be found. I've been following you guys all season. Texas A&M softball is back near the top, ranked number 2 in the country at this point, correct? Number 1 last week.
Yeah.
You guys are having a great season. You're just crushing the ball, 12 home runs, 29 RBIs. Mya, can you introduce yourselves? Who is Mya Perez?
I'm Mya Perez. I'm from Corona, California. I play Division I softball at Texas A&M University, and I'm a sophomore, and I major in sport management.
What should folks know about you in terms of how did you get here?
I feel like I got here through hard work and dedication. I had a dream when I was younger playing softball. My dad and my brother and some of my family members played men's fast pitch. So I grew from that, and I learned how they played and just following my dream and my family's support.
How did you choose Texas A&M, and how often do you get to see your parents?
I chose A&M just because of the tradition and the family base. I felt like it was the right school for me when I first stepped foot on campus. My family, they don't really see me as much. They see me during summer when I go home, but they do make their flights here. I see my dad and my grandpa this weekend in our upcoming game, so they definitely try their best to see me, but I don't see them as much.
What has been your biggest highlight so far this season?
I would say so far this season, my biggest highlight was definitely we played a Clearwater international tournament or invitational tournament in Florida, and I feel like that was one of the biggest moments I had because it was a hard tournament. We played against hard teams, athletes, and I definitely came out on top.
What did you do in that series in Clearwater?
I just remember hitting some doubles. I remember getting some doubles and making good plays at first. And I know at the end of the tournament, I had like this little showcase of like who I am, and just I think I was SEC Player of the Week then, and it was pretty cool.
So if we were at dinner with a group of people and I challenged you to say, Mya, you cannot tell anybody here that you're a star sophomore softball player at Texas A&M, what would you tell people about you?
I would tell them that I'm someone who works hard and knows how to work hard and knows how to push through and bounce back within any situation. And I show up every day with a purpose and a smile on my face.
Wow, and you have a great smile. It's radiant. It truly is a radiant smile. What has been the biggest influence for you in your life?
I would say my family. Um, they're always pushing me to be my best and strive to be greater than anyone in my family. So them and their support definitely helps me. My brother, he came a long way. He struggled in the past and stuff. So just watching him come out through whatever he was going through and stuff makes me even more want to push myself for him and just everyone around me.
Tell me your parents' names and the influence and what sort of things did your brother overcome?
Um, my mom's name is Delia Perez and my dad's name is Raymond Perez. My brother my brother's also, his name is Raymond Perez. But he just went, the wrong path when he was younger, and just seeing him push through and become a successful man today really shows who he is and the character he is, and I'm very proud of him. So just watching him do that and him always pushing me to be the best I could be is truly like heartfelt.
And I always notice there's a theme with Latinos. All always seem to have like this saying that our parents. Is there a saying or something that echoes in your mind that no matter how far you are from your parents or your grandparents or your brother, that sticks with you? Is there a message of inspiration or anything that sticks with you that you're like you could hear your dad right now saying it, whether in the softball field or in life?
Yeah, well, my dad always says left center. So basically, when I'm hitting, my dad's a big hitting guy and softball guy, so he's always like left center, hit left center, go oppo gap. But my mom's always like believe in yourself. Like I've always had a hard time believing in myself when I was younger. So just I remember hearing both those voices and how different they are. Like dad's so into sports, mom is just I miss my baby and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
And that's important to believe in yourself, right? Especially at that level where you're the SEC. You're how have you been able to internalize it and know like I'm Mya Perez, I'm a great athlete, I'm good, I'm good. How do you repeat that to yourself, and how do you continue to believe in yourself and follow your mom's advice?
I feel like last season, my freshman year, it was a hard season. I wasn't starting. I was mostly a pinch hitter role. So that was a lot mentally for me because I wasn't really used to that. But I remember in the last game that I played, or one of the last super regionals against Texas, I hit my first home run.
Fly ball into center field. It's drilled. It's gone. Her first collegiate extra base hit is a 2-strike, 2-out, game-tying home run in the Super Regionals. You couldn't dream of this.
And it was a meaningful home run. And I feel like ever since that moment, I realized like I could do this. Like my family knew I could do this. My teammates, coaches, everybody knew I could do it. But just having that moment happen felt like, oh yeah, like I could do this. I could play in the SEC and I could compete with the best.
Where'd you hit that home run? Was it left center or Oppo Taco? Where'd you hit
It
it?
was up the middle, actually. It was like kind of middle up, right center, kind of.
What, and you may have already answered this, but what has been the biggest test for you? Was it sitting on the bench and pinch hitting last year, or was there a bigger test earlier in your life?
I would say, I would definitely say last year, not just because it was like a pinch hitter role, but I would say the hardest part just being away from family. I wasn't used to that, and I love my family. I see them all the time, so it really hurt me a little bit. On off the field, I was struggling a little bit with school, so I would say the biggest test was definitely last year.
And when did you know, like, I've passed this test. I'm gonna be okay. I'm centered. I'm set.
I feel like summertime when I got home, I put my head down and I worked, and I got to see my family and be around those who truly support me and love me. So just summertime and just grinding and working, and I felt confident for this season and confident for school and everything.
There are a lot of great Latinas in softball. Well, I'm old enough to have seen, some of the legendary players being Latinas for that matter. But what does it mean to you to be a Latina?
It means like carrying strength and pride, and just remember those who were before you, like my grandma and my great grandma. They've definitely worked hard in their tradition, and just knowing that I'm not representing just myself, but them and my community is huge.
Tell me your great grandma and your grandma's names and what are their stories.
Grandma Petra, she I don't want to mess it up or say where she was from, but she was from Mexico, and then my grandma, she lived in California her whole life, Corona. That's where we all grew up. But my great grandma and her were very close, and I lived with her growing when I was little. My great grandma, so just seeing her and um, trying to like help our traditions and make things bigger than um, just make things bigger. Everything's important to her and her family, so just having that passed on to us.
What are your goals this season?
My goals is the World Series. I can't stress that even more. The World Series are important, and it'll be awesome to get there.
And as a kid, my middle daughter, who's also named Maya, she played softball. As a kid, did you ever go to the site of the College World Series and some of those tournaments where all the kids are there trying to get signatures? Did you ever go to any of those?
Yeah, I went to one, Mary Nutter. It's in California. I went to that one. There was like a Judy Classic in Fullerton, California. I was always like I try to make time to go there because we have our own tournaments and stuff. But I was so excited to get my ball signed, take a picture, and that's what's really important too.
And do you give a lot of autographs now?
Yeah, for sure. Which is awesome. The Aggie community and Aggie fans are always there to support us, and we're always signing things and making sure they're well taken care of too.
What when you think of your goals this season, you have those goals, but what advice would you give other young athletes who are following you?
I would say just keep pushing. Things will get hard. It's a game of failure, so don't just be upset over one failure. Take it as a lesson and keep working, and you'll be okay no matter what, if that's on the field or off the field.
That's awesome. That's great advice. And if you could go back to give your 5-year-old self advice, would it be the same advice, or what would you tell 5-year-old Mya Perez?
I would say like the same advice, but I would tell her, hey, like your dreams are like actually gonna come true. Like you need to like keep pushing. Um, Listen to your dad, listen to your parents, like always listen to them too. They're here to push you. Yes, they're hard on you, but they're here to push you. So always remember that.
Or how old were you when you started playing softball?
I was 7, but before that, I didn't want to play softball at all. I did see like my dad and them, like it was always like around me. So I was like, no, like I'll be a dancer or something, like so crazy. But one day I just like picked up a flyer. It said softball. My dad was so excited.
That is awesome. Okay. You're listening to the Latino Excellence Podcast with Mya Perez, the sophomore slugger for number 2 ranked Texas A&M. One last question. This year, we're asking folks to finish this sentence. Latinos should know that it's okay to. For instance, I would say that Latinos should know that it's okay to ask for help, or Latinos should know that it's okay to embrace your greatness. When I talk to my kids, I'm like, embrace your greatness, embrace your great. What would Mya Perez say? How would you complete that? How would you start and complete that sentence?
I would say it's okay for Latinos to do or to like be who they are. Like especially in sports. I feel like now it's starting to be a thing, and like everyone's very proud of like who they are and showed in sports. I feel like that really wasn't a thing. So don't be afraid to show who you are on a sports team. Not I mean like not everybody's gonna be Latino around you, but show who you are and be proud of it.
That's great advice. How do you show who you are?
My walk-up song is Vicente Fernandez. It's one of his songs.
First baseman number 24, Mya Perez.
They get so excited. My teammates are yelling. Everyone's yelling. It's a really awesome feeling for sure that like people are understanding and I'm getting it out there. And yeah.
That is awesome. Last year we wrote about Camarillo on the baseball team. I don't know if
Yes.
Did you see how crazy the people went at Olsen Field?
I had no idea about that. So when I picked my walk-up song, I had no idea about that until after. There's this one guy, he always like records me, and he like tagged him in there. He was like, yeah, like she's bringing it back. And it felt really nice to see people support me in that way.
Mya, it has been so fun and great to hear you, listen to your story. And I know that your Latino excellence shines so brightly. And I think it will inspire many, many people, many young girls and many boys as well. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. And good luck the rest of the season. And hopefully we'll see you in Oklahoma, right? That's where the College World Series is, right? Thank you very much. You've listened to the Latino Excellence Podcast with Jesus Ortiz and our special guest today, Mya Perez, a sophomore slugger at Texas A&M University.
Thank you.